Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm a teacher with DSE Music Tuition here on the Mornington Peninsula. Thank you for joining me in this video today. Today we are going to go over the topic of the minor pentatonic scale, and more specifically, how do we start improvising using our pentatonics and our scales. This can be a really daunting process, and it can look like a long road ahead when you first start getting into pentatonic scales and actually working out how to apply those over the top of songs and backing tracks and things like that. So we're going to break it down in an easy step-by-step process. So the first thing we need to know is, what is a pentatonic scale? Well, a pentatonic scale is a series of notes ranging from one note, say an A note, all the way through to the next A in the octave. Now today we're looking at the A minor pentatonic, and we're going to talk a bit about that right now. So you're going to see this lovely diagram appear somewhere on the screen of what an A minor pentatonic might look like. Now these are a series of notes we're going to play, and we're going to use these notes to improvise over a backing track later in this video. So it's important to know on this diagram how to actually read and understand it. So you'll see we've got 6 lines that go across the page. They are our strings. Then we've got a variety of lines going up and down the page. They are our frets. So basically what we've got is a picture of our guitar's fretboard. Now this picture is actually upside down. If you're familiar with tab music on the guitar, you'll know that that works upside down, and it's the same with our pentatonic scale. We actually read it upside down. Now hopefully that makes sense when I show you how to play it, which is what we're going to do now. We're going to switch over to a camera close up on my guitar's fretboard here, and we're going to go through it together. Okay, so I've switched guitars so you can see what my fingers are doing a bit better. So we're going to start here on the 5th fret, which you will see is the first dot on the bottom string on our diagram, because you remember it's upside down. So we're going to start by playing the 5th fret. Then our next dot is on the same string on the 8th fret. And we're going to go down a string to the 5th string. 5th fret, 7th fret, to the next string, 5th fret, 7th fret, next string, 5th fret, 7th fret. I hope you can see how this is matching up with our diagram. Next string down, 5th fret, now 8th fret, and then 5th fret on the bottom string, and 8th fret, which will be the top string on our diagram, because as we've mentioned, it is upside down. So let's go through that a little quicker. 5th fret, 8th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 8th fret, 5th fret, and 8th fret. This is how we play our A minor pentatonic scale. This is called position 1 minor pentatonic scale, and we're going to stick with position 1 for now. So before we move on, we're going to pause this video here, and what I want you to do is go practice our A minor pentatonic. Practice going up like that, and then we're going to practice going backwards. So that is our A minor pentatonic shape. Let's practice that a few times before we play the video again and go on to the next section. Okay, so before we move on to the next part of the video, we're going to pause it here, and I want you to practice going up and down that A minor pentatonic scale shape a few times over, just so you get those notes memorized in your head. Then we'll be good to go for the next section. Okay, now that we've got those notes memorized, the next step is to start playing over a backing track. The way we do that is we're actually going to mix up the order that we play those notes. So what that means is we're going to stick to the notes in the A minor pentatonic. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 notes to choose from. We're going to play those notes now in any particular order. We can make it up as we go along. We can mix up the notes now. The important thing is, as long as we stick to those 12 particular notes in our pentatonic scale, we can't hit a wrong note when we're playing along with our backing track. So we can start to do things like this. So now we're mixing up those notes, playing them in a different order. We're starting to create our own solo to go over a backing track or a particular song. So we're going to start simple. When we're playing along with our backing track, we're going to play between 3 and 6 notes in a row, and then we're going to take a break. So this is called playing a lick or passage, or sometimes called a riff, and all it is a sequence of notes together. So we're going to play different licks and passages of notes in groups of between 3 and 6 notes. And we're going to pause in between these licks, which is going to add a musicality to our improvisation, but it's also going to help us have little breaks in between our playing. So that might look like this. So there was a few notes, then we're going to take a break. A few more notes, take a break. A few more notes, take a break. So that's how we're going to approach our playing when we're using our A minor pentatonic scale to improvise our own solo piece with this backing track. So now we're going to jump into actually having the backing track play along with us. So I'm going to show you what that might look like first. Then we're going to talk about how we can do that to our best ability. Okay, I hope that gives you some inspiration on what you might be able to play using our A minor pentatonic scale. Now this backing track that I was just playing along with is one I've recorded and put on YouTube, so you guys can find it in a link that will hopefully appear down there. Now a few tips while we're still getting to grips with using our pentatonic scale. Number one, keep it really simple. You only need to play a few notes in a row. They can be the same note in a row in some cases, but you just need to keep it simple. Don't worry too much about making it sound really complex and fantastic. The simpler the better is more often the case. The other tip is, as long as you stick to the notes in the A minor pentatonic scale, those 12 notes, you can't play a wrong note. So as long as you're sticking to those notes, those frets on those strings and so on, you can't play a wrong note, and it's all going to sound really cool on top of our backing track. Okay, so that just about wraps it up for this video today. I hope you learned something and you were able to apply this to your guitar playing at home. Over the next few videos, we're going to dive deeper into our pentatonic scales, see how we can expand our knowledge and start learning and playing some really cool stuff over the top of some different backing tracks. Make sure to check out DSE Music Tuition online and across all their social media accounts, where you can find a bunch of other cool stuff like this, as well as being able to book lessons with myself or any of the other fantastic teachers who are working with DSE music at the moment. Thank you for joining me in this video. I hope you learned something about the pentatonic scale, and I hope you can go home now and really apply this to your playing with different backing tracks and different songs at home. Stay tuned if you want to learn more about the pentatonic scale and dive deeper into what we can do with it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.